Tell us about the cosmic matrix.
Okay, we have the Earth matrix. Now I'm going to ask you, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go with this? Because this will shock a lot of people if you want me to take it all the way.
We'll see. Let's see.
Okay, because people are, if you want me to take this all the way, people are about to find out just how many belief systems they have. Okay?
Let's first understand the first step. From matrix
Let's
to...
understand the first step.
Yeah.
Okay, because here on this planet, we have what's called a mind matrix, because the planet is not an illusion. There's people saying that this whole reality is just an illusion, and it's not. Okay, there's a lot of work that's gone into this reality, to creating it, to setting it up. The consciousness of this planet is the divine feminine. It's the feminine expression of the universal creator, manifest as a planet directly, so she can carry us in her womb to birth this, new way of life, to give birth to her universal creators. So first of all, that needs to be understood, because what is the illusion is not the planet, is not the reality. What is the illusion is the level of awareness, the mental awareness we have, the way we perceive the reality is the illusion. That's what the illusion is. Now, just because some people understand the construct of this reality because of its nature, they say it's just a hologram or it's just a holograph and all this sort of stuff. It's kind of like, just because you understand how your image is projected onto your television screen, does that mean you're just going to constantly think, oh, this is just that? The electronic signals coming through, and, are you just going to focus on that constantly, or actually going to sit back and enjoy watching the movie? Enjoy the experience. So there's some people who have discovered how this reality is constructed, and therefore they just focus on that, and they say, oh, the whole thing's just an illusion because we know how it's constructed. Well, it doesn't work that way, because even the high dimensions, like, the projections down into each level, you could say, well, the third dimension is an illusion relative to the fourth, which is an illusion relative to the fifth, which is an illusion relative to the sixth, which is an illusion relative to the seventh, and so on and so on. How far do you want to take that? And this whole universe is an illusion relative to the, to the consciousness beyond. And then what? The multiverse is now an illusion relative to the levels beyond that. How far do you take that concept? So be very careful of the people who go about devaluing what we are doing here and devaluing who and what we are, because that's a very clever program. So you've got the matrix here, that our mind is like a biological computer. It's a biological transceiver. It transmits and receives information, energy constantly. And what they've done is, it's like your computer. Our computers are plugged into the internet. Now imagine our minds are plugged into an internet, but you can't see it. And this internet exists, and it's called the matrix. And what's happened is, just like your computer, if you plug it into the internet and a virus comes into your computer and takes control of your computer, and think of you sitting out here trying to hit the keys, and you can't do things with the computer the way you'd like because some virus has taken over your computer. That's what's happened to us. Our minds have been plugged into this mind matrix, and we've kind of lost control of our minds, because we've got all these other influences, being, religious ideologies, cultural programming, all these external influences constantly, media. It's constant, and it comes in all sorts of forms and expressions.
Can we summarize it as fear-based programming?
Yeah, you can summarize it right down to the very basic construct of a fear-based program. Absolutely, because fear is expressed in many forms. And, yeah, absolutely you can. And so what our minds now, when I say to go into our hearts, what happens is our minds currently have been functioning from these external influences. So I say to go into our hearts, because once you start going into your heart, then you start regaining control of your mind. So what happens is your mind is now being influenced by the heart rather than being influenced by the external. And you get back control of your mind. The flow It starts to go back to the original flow of when you were born, the flow of, things flowing from the heart of that innocent child, of that purity of state of being. And so that's the whole point. And so this mind matrix that we're experiencing here, the beings that created this mind matrix here, the ones that we contracted to come and create and challenge us, they have also, prior to coming here, they've out there created a cosmic matrix. And there's a way that they are attuning and atoning and entraining the human race, assimilating the human race into that matrix as well. People got to realize that the matrix that we exist here, because, okay, how can I explain this?
You're doing good.
What we are experiencing here on this planet is a compressed version of everything that has already been experienced in the universe. This planet, this reality, is a compressed version of the universe. It is the microcosm of the macrocosm. So everything we experience here, remember a great man once said, as above, so below. That is one of the most powerful tools, that sentence, that saying, that you could ever remember and use in your life. Don't ever forget that, as above, so below. And it doesn't mean in all levels, it means in the cosmic arena. That's what it refers to. Now, if you want one of the big keys to life, to understanding the cosmic arena.
Bring it on.
I'm telling you, look at everything that we have here on Earth, the construct of everything. I mean, down, right to the level of the ruling elite. Now, you take this and you make it a cosmic thing. Then you'll understand what's happening with the ascended masters that are deceiving humanity, with angels, with beings that are posing as angels that are deceiving humanity. Then you've got this ruling group that think very much of themselves, that are very arrogant. Then you start to realize that, hang on a minute, there's all these cosmic empires that are influencing not only things out there, but also influencing humanity. Then the whole thing just starts opening up. All the pieces of the puzzle will just start to come together for you, because that as above, so below is absolute fact. It's true. And they out there through time have managed to create their version of light. They've created these synthetic light constructs because they want to replicate the true nature of the universe and start creating their own. But they're functioning from a lower aspect of their own essence. And these are ego-based realities, but on a cosmic level, not earthly ego. You can understand there's cosmic levels of ego as well. And then beyond that cosmic arena, you go into the higher dimensions. I call it the great void that's between the fourth and the fifth dimension. This is the model that I present. A lot of people will say the fifth dimension and that, but their fifth dimension is different to the model that I'm presenting. Because in the fifth dimension that I'm presenting, there is no such thing as technology. Okay? We're beyond any form of technology in the fifth dimension that I present. The fifth dimension I present, there's no illnesses. There's no dis-ease. There's no disharmony. Everything is in harmony. Everything we do from that vibration, we do from pure organic consciousness, and we manifest everything that we require. Everything's in harmony.
We can reach? Is this something we will reach?
Of course.
I heard of a date that you say the 21st of March 2013. Is that when the shift will happen?
Well, the shift is already underway. It's actually been happening for the last 300 years.
But the big turning point where the love, the paradise, the everything is present every single day, all the time.
Yeah, it's going to be really soon, around that time, or maybe soon after, or maybe before. I'm not going to...
Everybody?
No, not everybody.
Is this already predetermined?
Absolutely, from the higher aspects of everybody's higher self, of course.
We still have free will.
We have the illusion of free will.
Yes, based on what you said earlier, yes.
I did not create this life. Yeah. See, this free will thing, which is what these entities, I call it, for want of a better term, we'll call them the gods, okay? That's how I'm describing them in my book that I'm writing, the gods. These entities which are referred to, they're referred to like that out there in the cosmic arena as the gods. They function from their cosmic ego. They've got their higher aspect of self where we're all, in harmony and love with one another, sure. But down here in the cosmic arena, I call it the cosmic arena, which is from, below the great void, which is fourth, third, second, and first dimensions. That from that level of aspect, they're playing really important roles because they're challenging life down in the lower domains of the universe. And so everybody's working in harmony, really, ultimately, with one another. But down here in the cosmic arena, they're providing incredible challenges for all other life. So they've created a light construct by themselves, which replicates the universal light construct. And what they've done is they've created paradigms of light, paradigms of awareness down in the cosmic arena, which they've been assimilating thousands of beings and races into these paradigms that they've created. And when you're in one of those and you look up, you actually think you're inside a universal paradigm.
This is going to challenge a lot of people, huh?
Oh, absolutely. The extent at what this has gone. I mean, people are just got to be not so naive, Lilu. We're talking about eons, epochs, eras, and eons of evolution of this universe. This universe is not just 14 billion years old, as some scientists will have you believe. This universe has been around for a long time, and there's beings who are very adept at manipulating others, and that's what they've done for a very long time. And that's why we contracted the best this universe has to offer, because if you're about to graduate, for want of a better term, or birth into becoming a universal creator of light, then you have to have mastered light. So you need to be tested by the best manipulators of light that exist in the universe.
Is this why a lot of people, light workers, for a lack of better term, light workers are challenged by a lot of abusive people in their life? I receive often emails of people talking about, setting emotional boundaries and really being in so many roles of not victims, but really, really big attacks in their own life.
Yeah.
Because what seems to play on a universal level for you is actually, it's really easy to mirror it to our own earthly life.
Well, that's what's happening. What we're experiencing here is what we're also experiencing in the cosmic arena. And see, it's pretty much all the beings who initially came up collectively together. We, you, me, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, of beings that came together and decided we heard the call. It was like it's known as the word, the vibration of the universal logos. See, the word of God is not words printed in a book, written in a book that people call the Bible, the Quran. That's not the word of God. That's written by people. And the word is actually a vibration. It's logos. Logos is a vibrational pattern of life. It's a blueprint of life. That's what the word truly is. And so the word of God is energy, it's vibration. And through what happened is this vibrational pattern started emanating throughout the universe before this galactic arena was created, to see who were the beings that were going to play a role. And not everybody heard that vibration, the word, or the call. The call went out to see who was going to be a part of this project. And this is remembering our past now. And when I share this with people, it's amazing the reactions you get, because it stirs them deep inside. And we heard this call, and then we said, right, we want to be a part of this. We're going to, it's understanding in sacred geometrical terms, fractalization. This was a new, this is the birth of fractalization, because the universal creator put out the call to see who was going to play a role in managing this project and being a part of this project to create a reality that was going to be a compressed version of the whole universe. And so the feminine essence of the universe manifested herself as this galaxy. She facilitated that process. And you take a whole galactic system and you compress it down into a star system and you pop it inside this galaxy. Then you take another galactic system and you compress it down into a star system and you pop it inside this galaxy. See? And that's why we're in such a dense reality. It's due to compression. It's not due to the fact that some people are saying that we're at the bowels of the universe. They've completely twisted everything around. The ones that are saying that we're at the bottom are the ones that are associated with the bottom. And they want to, it's kind of like you have friends in your life that always have to put you down because they feel threatened by your energy and just by your presence. It's the same process. These beings that are coming here and they are telling you that you're at the bottom of the universe, that you're at the bowels of the universe, that you need mentoring, that you need guidance, that we're immature, we're a young race, we don't know what we're doing. And they go, good little children, you come with us. We will welcome you into our, galactic community and into our cosmic community. And, we'll welcome you. You can be a part of our Federation of Free Worlds and the Galactic Federation of Light and all that sort of stuff. They're the ones you got to look out for because they're the ones who feel threatened by us and they're the ones who have got to put us down and keep us down.
So how can we...
The fact is, Lilu, that we are the oldest and the wisest beings in the universe who have chosen to be the way showers and to come into this path, this road to compression, this journey towards 0 point. And that's why we, in this lifetime, have been experiencing this persecution, ridicule, condemnation by many in our families and relatives, workplaces, people around us, people who we thought we were friends, that the moment we start expressing our true nature, in other words, when we start expressing from in here our heart, our love, our light, and we start shining who and what we truly are, and being who and what we truly are from in here, they don't like it. They can't cope with it. They can't handle it. So they have to say that we're crazy, we're deluded, they can't handle being around us. And you'll see how uncomfortable it is. Their vibration is no longer a match with yours. So many friends we've had to let go in our journeys, friends and even relatives and family members and relationships that we've had to just walk away from because it's no longer an energetic match.
So I would love to finish this interview. There's so many more questions that I have, but hopefully we'll meet in person in Europe on my Juicy Living Tour Europe. But I would love to, how do we know what is real? Because it comes down to that, which is probably a similar answer to my beginning question. But really, how do we know what is real?
The only way you're going to really, truly know what is real is the reference point deep in your essence. And that is the greatest BS meter, for want of a better term. The part of you that's in here should be your reference point. That is your true essence. That is the part of you that is connected to the rest of the universe. There's a part of you that is connected to life. And it is in here that you will have the remembering of the past, the remembering of who and what you truly are. And I must say now, because you talked about the cosmic matrix, and I'm going to finish with a bombshell because this is really going in the rabbit hole, but I've got to tell it how it is, Lilu. This is beyond the chakra body. This heart center in here is beyond the chakra body. If people think the chakra body is it, then they've just created a religion for themselves. If people think enlightenment is the pineal gland, then they are being assimilated into the cosmic matrix. Your true core essence is deeper, go further in, because the chakra body is an overlay over our natural state of being. Each one of the chakra points is connected to each ring of Saturn. It has to do with the Saturnian cult. It has to do with the Jehovian energy. It has to do with being assimilated into the cosmic matrix. The pineal gland is in the mind. It is not in the heart. That version of enlightenment, of the kundalini going up the spine and thinking that is enlightenment, is assimilation into the cosmic matrix. That is an absolute fact of reality. And people can say whatever they like about me, but I know.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that.
The heart is where it's at, not the head.
Thank you, George. Thank you for your words. Thank you for the time that you took to do this, and traveling around the world as you do. And I'm excited to meet you in person. Thank you very much. I'll make sure we're sharing this video widely. Thank you.
Thank you, Lilo, for the opportunity. Yeah, love and blessings to you and everybody involved in your life. Thank you.
Thank you.